The Endgame, Why Gender Must Be Deleted in a Machine World. Welcome back. I'm Adeline Atlas, 11-time published author, and this is The Elimination of Gender, a series investigating the biological, technological, and spiritual dismantling of gender in our transition to a post-human world. In today's video, we explore the real reason gender is being erased, not because of cultural trends or political ideologies, but because it no longer serves a function in the system we're building. The world of machines has no use for gender, and increasingly, neither do we. To understand this shift, we have to start with the most basic fact. Artificial intelligence does not reproduce. It doesn't need family. It doesn't form emotional bonds. It doesn't age, and it doesn't die. The entire structure of life as we've known it, built around biological imperatives of reproduction, parenting, and generational continuity, simply does not apply to synthetic life forms. In a machine civilization, gender is not just irrelevant, it is inefficient. Think about it. Gender introduces variables: emotionality, hormonal cycles, reproductive needs, sexual behavior, family formation. These are biological realities that drive everything from social structure to national policy. In contrast, AI systems are optimized for performance, predictability, and precision. They do not have to pause to give birth. They do not bond or break up. They do not experience jealousy, desire, or gender dysphoria. They operate cleanly, consistently, and without the baggage of biology. So from a systems design perspective, gender isn't a foundation to build on. It's an obstacle to work around. And that's exactly what we're seeing unfold in education, media, government policy, and corporate infrastructure. Schools now teach children that gender is a spectrum, that it's fluid, and that it's a personal construct that may change over time. On the surface, this appears to be a movement toward inclusivity. But beneath the surface, it's preparing young people for a world where gender will no longer exist as a category. Because in the machine world, there is no man or woman. There is only data. Corporations, especially in the tech sector, are already shifting toward neutral design. Digital assistants are increasingly given androgynous voices. AI-generated avatars are often non-binary by default. Identity forms ask for X or prefer not to say. The language of gender is being stripped out of both hardware and software. And as machine learning continues to evolve, AI will start creating and modifying itself, without any concept of male or female encoded in its architecture. This transformation extends to legal and governmental systems as well. In some jurisdictions, birth certificates no longer list mother or father, just parent. Gendered bathrooms are being phased out in favor of unisex facilities. Gender-based medical guidelines are being revised to accommodate digital and artificial reproductive models. Slowly but surely, the entire legal infrastructure built around biological sex is being rewritten. Why? Because a post-gender society is easier to govern. If you can eliminate gender, you eliminate the social roles tied to it. You dissolve the expectations of fatherhood, motherhood, masculinity, femininity. In doing so, you erase the frameworks of family, tribe, and tradition, all of which are forms of decentralized power. A gender-neutral society is one step closer to a citizen-neutral society, where everyone is an interchangeable unit. And that's exactly what a machine-run system needs: seamless, compliant, programmable beings. Let's also consider AI development itself. The most advanced AI models are designed without gender coding, unless artificially imposed. Why? Because gender adds complexity. If you're building a synthetic intelligence to manage healthcare systems, military operations, or social media platforms, you don't want it concerned with hormones, identity, or interpersonal dynamics. You want it efficient, objective, and dispassionate. And as AI begins to augment, assist, and eventually integrate with human cognition, our own perception of gender will begin to mirror that neutrality. The philosophical implications are profound. If we eliminate the need for reproduction via artificial wombs, synthetic sperm, and cloning, then gendered bodies become optional. If consciousness can be uploaded to the cloud and memory sustained indefinitely, then the process of sexual union becomes obsolete. And if society no longer needs families to raise children, what becomes of the masculine and feminine archetypes that built civilization? This is where the spiritual question begins. In most ancient traditions, from Taoism to Kabbalah to Christian mysticism, the male and female principles are not just human categories. They are cosmic forces. Creation itself is described as the union of opposites: light and dark, active and passive, giving and receiving. Gender, in this sense, is not just biology. It is metaphysical balance. So what happens when we erase it? In a machine world, there is no place for polarity, no room for contradiction, no tolerance for unpredictability. And that's why gender must be deleted, not because it is harmful, but because it is unmanageable. The end of gender is the end of embodied tension. It's the end of complexity in favor of control. The question is not whether this erasure will continue. It already is. The real question is whether we understand what we're losing, and whether what comes next is truly evolution, or simply dehumanization dressed as progress. Hi, I am Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and SOS, School of Soul has a brand new series, the AI and Future Technology series. Look, you know the world is changing, and no, it's not going back to normal. Normal is over, and what's coming next is beyond anything we were prepared for. The School of Soul, AI and Future Technology series includes 319 videos on 1. The Download Society, How Data Has Replaced Destiny. 2. Predictive Future, Your next moves aren't random, they're forecasted. 3. Social Credit Systems, The Behavioral Economy Now Governs Access. 4. Hive Mind, Synthetic Telepathy and Collective Algorithmic Control. 5. Nanobots Inside You, Medical, Military, and Programmable Intrusions. 6. Grief Tech, AI-fueled digital resurrection and simulated comfort. 7. Uploading Your Mind, Consciousness Transfer and Data-Based Identity. 8. Deep Fakes plus AI Clones, The Replication of Reality and Identity Theft. 9. Quantum Humans, The Merger of Biology with Quantum Systems. 10. Digital Afterlife, Where Your Data Goes When You Die. 11. Resurrection Science, Reviving Life Through Synthetic Methods. 12. Immortal Science, The End of Death as We Know It. 13. Longevity Science, Gene Editing, Anti-Aging, and Bio-Upgrades. 14. Designer Babies, Engineered Perfection Before Birth. 15. Artificial Wombs, Birth Decoupled from the Female Body. 16. 3D Printing, Printing Organs, Limbs, and even humans. 17. The Humanoid Era, The Rise of Synthetic Beings Among Us. 18. Legacy Humans, The Slow Phase-Out of Unmodified Analog People. 19. Smart Cities, Algorithmic Environments That Watch and Decide. 20. Cloud-Based Societies, Citizenship Without Borders or Bodies. 21. Hackable Humans, Emotion, Memory, and Behavior Under Code. 22. Biometric Scanning, Your Body is Your Password and Your Prison. 23. Sex Tech, Intimacy Reprogrammed by Machines. 24. Extinction of Gender, Fluidity, Deletion, and Design of Identity. Every topic is fully explored with real-world technologies, patents, case studies, ethical analysis, and future forecasts. These aren't someday discussions. This is already happening. Join the SOS School of Soul Vault to overstand the future before it's implemented on you.